Imagine a machine so terrifying that soldiers fled at the sight of it. September 15th, 1916, the Battle of the Flers-Courcelette. German troops watch as massive metal beasts crawl over barbed wire and trenches like nothing they've ever seen. They're not horses, they're not artillery, they're something entirely new, and they're about to change warfare forever. For 2 years, World War I had been a stalemate, millions dead, trenches stretching across Europe. Machine guns made advancing impossible. Every attack turned into a slaughter. Both sides were desperate for something to break the deadlock. The British had an idea: create an armored vehicle that could cross trenches, crush barbed wire, and protect soldiers from machine gun fire. They called it a landship. The world would call it a tank. Between 1916 and 1918, the Mark I through Mark V evolved rapidly, each version deadlier, each one learning from the last. This is the story of the weapons that invented armored warfare. Mark I, the monster's first steps. The Mark I rolled onto the battlefield looking like a parallelogram nightmare, 8 meters long, armor plating and armed with either 2 6-pounder naval guns or machine guns. Inside, 8 men crammed in hellish conditions. No suspension, no ventilation, temperatures hitting 50 degrees Celsius. The noise was deafening. Crew members communicated by tapping each other with hammers because shouting was useless. But here's what mattered. It worked. Of the 49 tanks deployed at Flers-Courcelette, 32 made it to the front line. They crossed no man's land while German bullets bounced off their armor. For the first time in years, infantry advanced without being mown down. The psychological effect was massive. Germans abandoned positions just seeing these things approach. Mark II and III, refinements under fire. The Mark II and III were improvements, not revolutions. Better armor, slightly improved engines. The Mark III added a different track design, but the real lesson was operational. Tanks were mechanically unreliable. They broke down constantly. Ditches trapped them. Mud stopped them. The British learned tank warfare wasn't just about building machines, it was about using them correctly. Mark IV, the real game changer. November 17th, Battle of Cambrai. This is where tank warfare truly arrived. The Mark IV featured crucial upgrades: thicker armor that could withstand German armor-piercing bullets, improved fuel tanks that didn't catch fire as easily, and better tracks. But the real innovation was tactical. 476 tanks attacked without preliminary artillery bombardment. Complete surprise. The result? The British advanced 8 kilometers in hours, something that had taken months in previous battles. Church bells rang in England for the first time since the war began. The Mark IV proved tanks weren't just a gimmick, they were the future. But here's what nobody expected. The Germans were learning too. By 1918, they'd developed anti-tank tactics, specialized artillery, concentrated fire, even their own tank, the A7V. The Mark IV's advantage was evaporating. The British needed something better, and fast. Mark V, perfection through pain. The Mark V arrived in May 1918 with one crucial improvement. One driver could control it. Previous Marks needed 4 men just to steer, a driver, 2 gearsmen to control the tracks, and a commander. It was chaos. The Mark V had a new Wilson epicyclic gearbox that changed everything. But more importantly, it had power. A 150 horsepower Ricardo engine, better speed, nearly 5 miles per hour, longer range, and it could cross wider trenches. During the 100 Days Offensive, the final Allied push, Mark V spearheaded attacks that finally broke the German lines. At the Battle of Amiens in August 1918, 414 Mark V's attacked alongside infantry and aircraft in what historians call the first modern combined arms assault. The German commander Ludendorff called it the Black Day of the German Army. The war ended 3 months later. But here's what the specifications don't tell you. Inside every Mark tank were men who couldn't hear, could barely breathe, and were slowly being poisoned by carbon monoxide. Tank crew casualties were devastating, not from enemy fire, but from the machines themselves. Burns from hot metal, deafness from the noise, long-term lung damage. The Mark I through V won battles, but they also revealed a harsh truth about modern warfare. Machines could break stalemates, but the human cost just shifted from trenches to steel coffins. These tanks saved thousands of infantry lives while destroying the lives of those who crewed them. That's the paradox these weapons left behind. Innovation built on suffering, victory measured in new ways to die. The Mark V wasn't the end, it was the beginning. Tank warfare would evolve into blitzkrieg, into modern armor battalions, into the machines that dominate battlefields today. If you want to see how that evolution continued, check out the next video.
Smash that like button and subscribe for more secrets like this. See you next time.